Shout out to the wolves. Salute to the ninjas. Today, I want to talk a little bit about I don't know how to really say it. I guess take advantage of your parents, or for those like me, take advantage of other people's parents if you don't have them, you know? What I mean by that is I had a guardian, but I didn't have a parent. A guardian makes sure that you eat, go to school, you know, you have clothes, but they don't teach you how to fucking get those things on your own. They don't teach you morals and the grown-up shit they think school's gonna teach you or something. They think your friends are. I don't know what the fuck these niggas is thinking. They think they gotta tell you a couple times, do what I say, not what I do. And that shit's really gonna mean something, you know? Anyway, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my mentors, I would call them. Why does it have to be a white man? That's why I'm not racist. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of men that had a chance to fucking teach me these things, you know? Simple things. Not some, you know, you could be a role model. In some form. It's good to not have bad habits, though, because you pick up on them. Like, I was going over myself, thinking about my old friends, my first best two white boy friends. They were some of my, like, I still don't think about other people. I grew up with, you know what I mean? I grew up in the same hood as these niggas. But, you know, they didn't look out for me like them white boys did. So I protected them and showed them the ways, you know? Tried to help them out like they helped me. But, like the curse goes, everybody I raise up eventually wants the best of me. Eventually thinks what I taught you is enough. They think that those new people they meet, you think they like you. They don't like you. They like the version of you I created. And when they find out it's not complete, they're gonna break that shit out of you and then take control of you. And you're gonna get wielded like an idiot instead of coming with me and learning how to become free. And then actually learn the rest of the shit so you can do it on your own and you don't need me anymore. But you can see them. Sound the horns. You'd be able to see niggas now. And, oh yeah, I think that's why I tell my enemies now, if you fuck with me, my Lord's gonna get you. See, I didn't actually know these things at the times. But now that I, you know, actually think about my life, oh yeah, I've always been doing that. I've always seen my father work, you know, and that's how I got good at making them work faster. Anyway, that's not what this is about. So I was thinking about my old friends and how much they didn't take advantage of their people, their mothers, their fucking family, their father. And it came across to me because I'm sitting there smoking a cigarette, drinking a coffee, and I'm like, yo, the only reason you be getting up early as fuck is because that white man taught you that. He used to get up early every day because he was a welder. He was a Marine. I wonder why I go hard like that. I wonder if that Marine taught me values and you're gonna have to fucking work one day. And nobody gives a fuck. You better get your ass up. And I ain't gonna lie to you. You black, so you better get your ass up now. Because once we label you Sound the horns. You're done. So you better be a good boys. It's the only thing that's gonna protect you in this real world. You know? So I listened and began to want to learn and work out and pay attention to things, you know? Learn what it is to be a man raising other people. And they're counting on you. You know? Then I remembered you learned how to blow circles with your cigarette. You learned how to properly smoke a cigarette because of that, man. Because when you first started, you was like the rest of these idiots. You know what I mean? Then he taught me how to properly do it. You know? And I remember I used to always make fresh coffee. The beans in the morning. Now that's where I got my coffee habit and addiction. Man, it's not really bad, you know? At least he taught me how to do it right, though. What to use it for. Get your fucking ass up in the morning. Don't drink coffee and then be like, I ain't going to school. I ain't going. You just drunk this shit so you get up. Get up. You ain't drinking for no reason. This shit ain't because it tastes good. It's supposed to develop into that. But until then, nigga, you better use that shit to get your lazy ass up. You know you lazy. You know you gotta be up an hour or two before work. Stop playing yourself. You know? Things like that. Watching him conduct his family business and talking to his wife and giving his advice to his children. And then I would take it and they wouldn't. Thank you, Mr. Doyle. You were literally like a father to me. You know? I don't want to call you that. But yeah. You really were. Sound the fucking horns, dog. Because I took a lot of your fucking character and I watched and I learned and I observed and I mimicked and I said, I want to be like that. When he walked down the street, nobody fuck with him. And he's peaceful as a dove. But everybody knows you don't make him mad. Leave him alone. He has a certain set of skills. And he will come for you. You know? It was very good for relations between black and white people, you know, how the boogeyman syndrome for him, and all white people hate you no matter what. Well, when they're inviting you over for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because they know you're in poverty and they know your dusty-ass mother is out chilling and feeding you're telling stories. And they're like, yo, bro, anytime you're hungry, just come here. You ain't never got to not eat ever again in your life. You're never not hungry. You're never not welcome here. Nigga, I left my home and started living there. I started living with these white motherfuckers. So, you know, how can I be racist? Anyway, I remember when he used to take me down to their shore house and literally say it just like this. Y'all, when we start driving down there, I'm gonna let y'all young motherfuckers know right now, you will not be listening to that fucking hippity hop bullshit. No. This 2-hour ride or hour ride we're about to take, you get this, you get it out your head. You're listening to my shit. I don't care if you like it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna learn to love it. And I actually did. That nigga would put me on all the old country songs and shit. That's where I get my variety. That was one of my first varieties from going from rap to rock and roll and country music. Because he liked the rock and roll, but not that heavy metal. No, that real rock music, you know what I mean? That real country music that had songs about your family and, you know, things like that. That was such a blessing to be able to No, I'm living in the hood and I can't afford to go anywhere. And my stinking ass mother always goes out with other people and takes the other brothers out on places and shit. But you got nobody to give you, get it? And then these nice people say, yeah, when we go down for the summer for, when school's out and shit, just come down with us. We go down there and we live down there. You can come down there and chill with us. While your dusty ass family go to their little whack ass little parties and their dust bunny nigga shit, you gonna be down the shore going to the boardwalk with a pool in the back, barbecuing and chilling and shit, and you ain't gotta do nothing. You just sit there and just eat anything you want, drink anything you want. You just live like you got blessed by God or something. To not be like your brothers and sisters and have to struggle so hard and not have guidance in your life. What's going on, Noah? You know? That was amazing to me. I got to see so much down Point Pleasant. Shout out to the Point Pleasant. You know what I mean? Shout out. South Jersey, baby. That was the shit down there, yo. I had so many good memories, starting bonfires and shit. Can't do that in the hood. You can't be one with nature in the hood. You go down there, shit, I'm my feet in the sand, I'm grounding. I'm not even knowing what I'm doing and shit. I'm in the sand with my feet. I'm in the backyard, shoes off, wondering why I'm feeling so good. Like, yeah, I feel peaceful. I don't want to do anything. My boy used to get mad, like, yo, we go down there to chill, nigga. You go down there, you go swimming, you eat good, and then you sleeping and shit. Why are you sleeping? We supposed to be and I'm like, nigga, cause I never felt peace like this before. We could play that game anytime, dog. We could go to the boardwalk. I'm gonna be with your father in the backyard, homie. Y'all go to the boardwalk. I'm gonna be over here with OG. About to drink some of that liquor, nigga. I'm older than you. I can chill with the big dogs. You can't. Don't be mad. A lot of good times down there with that family. Shout out Mary. Shout out Beth. Rest in peace. Shout out Big Al. Love you, big homie. Even though you probably kind of didn't really like me. I know you liked me, though. You didn't really like me. You probably had that little bit of that old in you. That old time money, racism, but you always treated me alright, you know what I mean? You didn't give me no super hookups or, but you did enough, You did enough by blessing your nephew. You know what I mean? All that money you used to get that nigga, you knew we was going to get high. You knew we was going to chill. You know what I'm saying? You used to see us walking by and shit. I used to see you catching us in your car. You be sitting there looking. You know what I mean? Good looks. Also, good looks for being the first person to show me what a man's arsenal looks like and how niggas think they're fucking tough, but if you run up on him, he'll come to your house like the Punisher. And it's all legal work, baby. You don't want none of that. Thanks for showing me that. You know what I mean? That meant a lot to me. You know what I mean? Especially when we went out shooting. I think it was Chris' father that took us out shooting. I don't even remember if that was y'all, but I got a lot of good stories like that where not my people took me and taught me how to fucking be a man. Sorry. You was Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know that? That's the way I looked at it. That's how his father looked. He looked like Stone, but he ain't look just like Stone Cold, but that, like, if you picture Stone Cold, a Texas type dude, that's what he was. He was a built Stone Cold Steve Austin with the beard, the bald head, and literally gentle as a dove, but he will smash your fucking head in. I remember I seen him get violent once. I was like, oh shit. Nah, I used to always tell Chris, like, yo, don't stop pressing your father to fuck you up, dog. Your father will fuck you up. This nigga was big, like fat. So he thought once he got a little older, he thought, like, yeah, man, I'm big now, I'm older. I used to tell him, like, yo, I don't give a fuck how old you get, dog. Your father will fuck you up, nigga. Not only is he a Marine, but he does welding for a living. So he has a grown man strength. They gave him grown man strength and techniques in the military, and he does welding. He will brutalize you. And then sit down and have a coffee and discuss why he had to do it to you. Don't test that, man. I love that, man, though. I love you, bro. I hope you're still alive. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't talk to your son no more. I used to always... How bad is it when you go to see a nigga and you already done because you know all the betrayals, but you love their father so much because he's sort of like your father that you'll go piece it up with the nigga just so you can ask him, yo, you seen your pops? And then he'd be like, I don't talk to that nigga no more. And then you're like, oh, no reason for me to talk to you no more then. My bad, Chris, but yo, you always end up not liking me, nigga. You just like the rest of these niggas out here, always dry hating, always try to be better than the God. When I always told you, dog, I meant a version of you, and if you never betrayed me, dog, like I said, when I met Danny, bro, that Danny was supposed to be you, nigga. That nigga was 300 pounds. I made him lose almost 100, 200 fucking pounds in 3 years, nigga. That should have been you. I was trying to give that gift to you since we were 16 years old, nigga. I was trying to breathe that life into you for mad long. I was trying to let you know you got rich parents, you got 2 parents, and people know you. The only thing holding you back is you got to get your weight together, my nigga, and you got to learn how to dress yourself a little bit better, my nigga. You could have been a superstar, my nigga. You were fucking super smart. Well, you wasn't super smart, but you were smart, my nigga. Like, and then with the video games, how I predicted how, nigga, this shit gonna be online one day, and you one of the best, dog, and you stopped. We remember GMB, remember in the game and shit. Look at all these motherfuckers now living our dream, yo. All these little niggas living our dream, my nigga. Playing the game, running down on niggas. And they get paid for that shit. Remember when everybody told us we were stupid for training so hard? And we were dreaming! And now them kids make more money than their fucking parents do. That was supposed to be us. Remember, Brian? We gonna get paid to do what we do. Whatever we want to do, we gonna get paid for that, for being us. We were right. We were right. It just wasn't the time. The technology didn't come out yet. But we were right. We were special. We really was. Y'all just didn't believe it. I believed it. I seen it. I seen what we was good at. I seen how together no one could defeat us, even though none of us were perfect. Together we were. Together we were unstoppable. Remember when we was playing So Calm and you put us on that, and I ain't really like shooting games back then, only the fighting games, remember? And you taught me how to do the shooting and shit, and how to hunt people down, and your techniques, and I mastered them shits, and it became a different whole level. Remember? You was Alpha, rush, and I was Bravo, sit back, camp, plan, throw grenades, use this. Remember that? Do you realize what we would be right now if we stayed together as friends and kept gaming? We'd have been the old gamers making mad money, bro, teaching these little niggas our tactics. Remember how you joined that one clan that was one of the top clans in the world, and you used to have all the niggas on your dick, and then them niggas started betraying you and they hated, and then we formed our own clan, and we made them niggas disperse their clan. We fucked them niggas up every day. We harassed them niggas until they got offline, nigga. You gonna join our crew, or we gonna get you. Remember? We were fucking legendary. You know how many other games we could have ended up doing that in and not had to beef with niggas? But you know how we do. Everybody hated on us no matter where we went, even though we were helping them. And then we would get good and other people start following us and listening to what we say, and then the leaders would get mad. Like, yo, I don't care what they're telling you to do. You do it like that. Remember how everybody started following us because they knew we wasn't better? But we had better plans and we had just enough. And everybody got tired of doing the same things. Remember how we liberated people from that? So many people, so many times I built GMB with people. Thank you, Mr. Doyle, for teaching me your military ways and I know for a simple fact, 100%, subconsciously, that's why I do this. You know? I was raised by soldiers. Shit, my father used to be in the military. And now, little by little, I'm finding out I got blood of warriors, you know? Why am I so peaceful, though? Why do I take the warrior away and use it for peace? Because that is the warrior way. No man wants to be a warrior. Not good men. But we know bad men will, but that's their only means of survival. And to catch the wolf, sometimes you gotta become the wolf. Thank you, Mr. Doyle, for all those days you actually did anything for me. You did a lot of things for me that you may have thought was like, oh, it's just nothing. I'm giving them an extra $5, getting a little $5 for school. Before you, there was no $5 for school. There was no, hey, James, I know I ain't your dad and all, but yo, I love you. Remember that? You know how much that changed me? You know how much that means? It means a lot. Sorry your family had to break up the way it did, you know, but I guess all things happen for a reason. You know? Hopefully if you're not passed away by now, because I'm sure you're old. Hopefully you're still kicking. I want to find you. There's so many people I want to find and just say thank you. Thank you for spending that time with me and telling me things. And I know you'll probably say thank you back for being the son that I wanted. And listening to me. And letting me pass on the greatest thing any man can do. Not his money. Who he is. So your son can become you. The better version of you. Because you're not them. You're going to make your own choices. You have your own path. But with their lessons, makes your path easier. You know? You're carrying on the torch. Not just for yourself. For many others. You know? And I appreciate that. I think I made a video about you already, but you know, I don't know if I did or not. You deserve to. You're definitely a part of the GMB legacy. You know, you're one of the first founding fathers. You know? Ain't no me without you. You know? Ain't no GMB Wolf Guard. Ain't no none of that without you. It would be different than what it is now. Everyone you meet, everyone that gives you real advice, you fucking better pay attention. You better absorb it. You never know when you're gonna need it. You know? So for my wolves and ninjas that don't have parents, I don't care what age you are. If you didn't have parents your whole life, there's always someone older than you, and you need to go talk to them. You know? Or, you know, that's what GMB TV's for. It's just a bunch of lessons from older people that taught me and things that I use that I know it works. And I tell people, do this. Your life ain't like everybody else's, and you're gonna might have it hard. You might have it easier, you know. But if you don't do the work, if you don't buckle down, well, you're gonna get what you get, you know. Thank you. Shout out to Barbara too. And throw you in there too, just because I mentioned you too, Doughboy. Your mother, even though she kind of liked me and didn't, you know, because you could say, oh no, dog, I hid behind doors. On all of you. I know how all of you talk, good way and bad. I know everything. I'm very smart. Anyway, but I do know she did love me because of the things she did, you know? And I appreciate her kindness, you know? Letting all of us come to the house and ordering pizzas and chicken parmesan sandwiches. I would have never knew the glory of the chicken parmesan if it wasn't for her. You know? She had a lot of good... I don't even know, like, your mom wasn't... She didn't teach me a lot and talk a lot, because, you know, your mom used to do her own thing. But I absorbed a lot of, you know, like your mom was a hood mom. Your mom was like, you know, raising a hood and shit. So, unbeknownst to you, your mom used to tell your ass a lot of keys too, how to maneuver around. How to know you're not the biggest and gangster. Don't act like that. You need to be like this, stand your ground, but back down and learn how to stick up for yourself, but know when to back down. You know what I mean? I learned shit like that from your moms, dog. Remember when you used to be in the room with Chris and I'd be out there with the dog and your moms talking? You used to think I was trying to be getting cool or do things. No, nigga. I didn't have a mother, nigga. So I would ask your mother about things. Goofy. And your mom would tell me. Why do you think I got Antonio to like me so much? Because I paid attention to what Beth said and your mother said about women and how to treat them. And they was right. Duh. Why didn't you ask her about it? Maybe you would have got her and not me. You live right next door. And that's no shade, but, you know, it's not like you didn't know Beth or your mother. Remember? You and Chris were friends before me. And then you stopped being friends. And then Chris meets me, and I meet you, and then I bring yous back together, and yous become friends again. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that a coincidence? I bring yous two back together, then I learn the most valuable lessons off your parents. While yous don't. Maybe I was there to bring yous together to teach you, pay attention to your fucking parents. You got good ones. They ain't the greatest, but they're good. You know? Good looks, Bob. All those nights when I got kicked out, he was like, come on, baby, you know you can come here. I already ordered the chicken palm. I heard you on the phone with your mother before you went down there and you was arguing before. I already knew you was coming back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. You know what I mean? And I still remember Rocky. I still remember Rocky the dog, you know what I mean? I miss that nigga. I miss that nigga, man. I miss sitting in your house and you be having like all the VH tapes or all the movies and shit. You know how many movies you made me watch that I use on these goofy niggas now? You know what I mean? You know? Y'all don't understand. You gonna learn today. I was trained to defeat you people by your people. Ain't that ironic? Ain't that? Oh, maybe that's why the Lord sent me around more and when I moved. And he's like, see, now look, now go in the world. Look how some hate you and some love you. But overall, you know, you're gonna go and show love back. Because you don't have a choice now, nigga. You know, what'd your people do? What'd your bloodline do? Niggas sat there and watched. There's a lot of other people. A lot of different races. I can't wait till I find out the big picture of all of this. You know? You don't have a unique life like this for it not to have a bigger purpose. You know? I've already seen it in a way. You know? Different lives. The lives that changed me. And then I take that information and I go change lives with it. So I see the big picture. But you know, when you don't... I'm waiting to be in that big picture, you know? Like, when the fuck do I get my shot? To just be left the fuck alone. So I can help your children. How fucking ironic is that? The same people trying to stop me will be the same. Oh yeah, it's like Big Brother Jesus. Y'all got rid of him, and now y'all want him to save you. Isn't that ironic? Ain't that a coincidence? No, it's called destiny. It's called you're blind. And you die from a lack of knowledge. You know how they say cowards die 1,000 deaths? Meaning you can still be alive and die? Duh. Doesn't mean you're actually dead. And maybe one day I'll start elaborating on that. Because I see so many zombies walking around. It's sad. You know, they need some life to be breathed into them. And if you don't know what that is, breathing life into somebody is giving them knowledge and talking. See, when you have the breath of life, you give truth out of your mouth, and then that truth goes in their brain, and then they go, oh, I never knew that. You ever notice when you tell somebody the truth, they take that breath, wow, you got the breath of life in you now. And now your brain will spark, and now that you know better, you should do better. Oh, love and all praise to my daddy, the Most High. Thank you for sending these people, you know. I probably would be like the other brothers and sisters that carry on the flame of hatred in their heart. I used to always be mad, like, yo, why aren't my people helping me? What the fuck, man? And I realized, so you can learn the lesson that they're gonna have trouble learning because they got help from their own. They're gonna hate these people forever. You understand why they do what they do, and that's why you won't hate them anymore. Because you understand them. Get it? Why do they do what they do to us? Because they don't understand us. Why did the ones help me? Because they understood. How they understood? I don't know. Maybe because God's real? When you got a fucking old white racist with a gun on the hip talking about, yo, you like Martin Luther King, you special. I'm not racist no more. You made me change the way I look at your people. But I don't like niggas if that doesn't offend you. And I go, no, niggers are niggers. There's a difference. There's the black men that want to work and be left alone. And then there's I'll shoot you and I sell drugs and I don't want to learn nothing. You have those in your race too. And they call themselves nigger. And they're completely white. And they want to sell drugs and they want to do... I'm scared of those people just like you're scared of those people. And now that they all identify themselves, can you know... treat people accordingly. So when you see your version of the nigger, your people, you treat them like niggers. When I see my version of the niggers, I'm gonna fucking treat them like niggers. Get it? And what did the Lord say about that? You stay away from them. You don't do nothing with them. You leave them to the wayside. Why? Because they're gonna destroy themselves. I don't want to be around for it. Do you want to be around for your brothers and sisters that are going crazy and rioting in the streets? No, you're gonna stay home and be like, I ain't going outside with them crazy niggas. U.S. Marshals gonna start busting y'all. You get it? I get it. You know? Anyway, I guess we must have had a bloodline contract or something. You know? The last name Garland and the last name Doyle goes back centuries. Oh, I think it goes back to some Scottish shit. You know? I think that. And then that would lead back to, you know, wolf shit. You know, the Scottish love wolves. They're like the wolf god, you know? You know? I wonder if your ancient people were praying to Anubis, the wolf god. All love, all praise to my daddy.